one, we did it with x, okay? So the first time around, x is equal to 0. So you have an inside loop over here that does exactly the same, but it has one thing different, which is minus x. So this is the length of the string minus x. So the first time was a 0. So minus 0, this is going to print the whole name, right? Because you're printing over here, character by character, that goes up to the full length of the stuff. So the next time around, this becomes 1. So it's going to print the minus 1. So the pyramid starts coming like this. And then minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, until it gets to 1 character. Okay? It's kind of a nice trick of things that you can do with no loops. Okay. Questions on that one? Okay, so now comes the easy ones. We have a lowercase and uppercase, no spaces. Those three are almost exactly identical. Okay? So what is it you do? You get the array, you convert it to a string, okay, like what we did on the other ones. And over here, you take this string here that is called n, and you say, okay, out of that string n, go ahead and give me the method that's lowercase. So that's all you needed to do. And this method will take the string, print it out, lowercase. Simpler than that, we can't make it. Okay? The next guy was the uppercase, so it's exactly the same thing. So you go onto the string and it says, go ahead and process this in uppercase. Can't make it any simpler. People have problems on this one with the replace, and the replace, it says replace all, so you replace all of the things that you want to go replace on that string. And over here we're telling it to go ahead and replace a space here. See this space that is here with nothing. There's no spaces between these two guys. Okay. Believe it or not, some people forget to put the space here. So when you print it out, you didn't do anything because it says replace nothing with nothing. So it didn't replace anything, it just printed it. Which means that they even, you should look at the code, at the output. Okay. That's one way of doing it. And the other way of doing it, and some people did it this way here, which you go ahead and assign the value of that replacement to something that I call no spaces, and then you print the no spaces. Okay? But this one is doing it twice. First of all is, what it's doing over here is doing this process and then using the no spaces over here. So it's actually doing two things here. You could also have done it in place here. Okay? Just print it, and then inside the print you put n replace all. Okay? So you only do one command as opposed to do it twice. It works both ways, but the second is a lot more efficient. Yes?
So the parameter means that you summon the array from the main method, right?
Mm-hmm.
Could you just, in the main method, could you just automatically turn the array into a string and then just call for the string?
Make the array into a string, you say? I'm sorry?
Yeah, in the main method, turn the array into a string, and then just put that string in the parameter for that method.
You could have, but that was not the assignment. The assignment says to create an array, pass the array.
Oh, that's it.
Pass the array, and then inside the method you do whatever you need to do. Yeah. Okay, so that's the replace. Okay, so any questions on that replacement?
So
Yes.
why don't you need a for loop for that?
For the replacement?
Yes.
I'm sure that the method itself that is built in called replace all, I'm sure that one has a for loop in it.
That does it, oh.
Right, but it does it for us, so all we need to say is go ahead and do it. The same thing with the uppercase and the lowercase. I'm sure they have to have a loop because they don't know what's the length that you pass in there. So the only way they can go through the whole string that they're getting is through a loop. Okay. This is the one that I saw people redoing the name and putting the name in lower cases and uppercase and then printing it, which was kind of okay. The idea here is the following. The program calls to take all of the vowels and put them in upper cases, and then the rest put them in lower cases, right? So some people also included over here on the uppercase command, on this if statement here, they put the upper vowels, like the A and the O's in uppercase. You didn't need to do that because they're already in uppercase. So if you're in uppercase, you leave them in uppercase. The only ones that you were concerned was with the lowercase vowels. Okay? And then, what's left after the vowels? Everything else. Can you do a lowercase dollar sign? You can't. Can you do an uppercase dollar sign? No. So you leave it alone because no matter what, it's going to be exactly the same. So the only thing that you needed to do on this method was to make sure that you took the lower cases and put them in upper cases, and wherever else was there, just go ahead and do it in lowercase. Again, short circuit. You go for a little one and then else whatever's left. Make sense? This one, I think everybody got this. I don't remember anybody not getting this here. This one, yeah, there was some problems there. Some people over here, instead of passing the 1,000, they pass 10. And another person passes 100. So it doesn't look right until I found that they, on the description it says pass 1,000, and then on the passing they pass a number 10. But the same thing it works. The one that people have more difficulty with was the divide numbers. Okay. All kinds of versions of it, which is great, because that means that you're not copying. Okay. At least not everybody. And there were two programs that were very similar. Yeah. I'm not saying the copy, it could happen. So basically, what was it that we were trying to do it here? There's a lot of different ways of doing this, but what we need to do is go through the logic and then you choose how to do it. So the first question was that make sure that you can exit with a 999. Remember that? So some people, even though they put that in there, once they did the division, they didn't break. So the first thing was exit with a 999, right? The second one was get first number. Then get second number. And then error crop for second number, right? Then do divide with the float as a result. And then you have to go